Retroactive jealousy is a psychological condition where we have an unhealthy obsession or jealousy over our partner's past. First things first, understand accountability. This is not your partner's fault. This is your responsibility. When you're feeling insecure and jealous, don't attack your partner with guilt and shame for a past that they can't change and that has nothing to do with you. Overcoming jealousy and insecurity is more about building self-worth than anything else.
I posted this video over a year ago, and it is still relevant and important, especially in the modern world where people tend to have way more relationship experiences and multiple partners, and we have social media where we can privately investigate and find all of the evidence of all of the things that we should never see and wouldn't have been able to even 25 years ago. So let's talk a little bit more about it. When you're feeling jealous over your partner's past, the underlying issue is that you don't feel safe. Something about your partner's past is setting off these alarms. And the first thing you need to do is you need to acknowledge that these thoughts and these feelings are just doing their job to protect you. And maybe it's warranted, and maybe it's not. You need to sit down and have a conversation with what you're feeling. Maybe their past is not something that you can deal with or accept, and that's okay. As much as we all want to be accepted for all of the choices that we have made, the reality is not everyone will. Our past is part of what has made us who we are today. And I don't know about you, but if you can't hold space for my past, then you don't belong in my future. And I wouldn't want to be with anyone who is even subconsciously holding my past against me, especially if it has nothing to do with them. That said, maybe you're noticing a pattern between what you know about their past and their current behavior patterns, and that is what is setting off this alarm. For example, maybe they are still friends with their ex, and you are trying really hard not to be insecure or jealous about it, but the truth is that you don't actually believe in being friends with exes. So these feelings are actually a response to you betraying your own boundaries and integrity and value system. Maybe you are comparing and measuring yourself against their past experiences. Maybe their ex or exes were really attractive or really rich, or you have access to seeing the things that they did together. We can blame social media for a lot of this. And yes, that can be really hard. You don't feel safe because you don't feel like you measure up, like you're not enough. And you have to be really careful here, because it's one thing to have a vulnerable conversation with how you feel with this issue of comparison. But if you are always making comments about it, if you need constant reassurance and you show that you see yourself as less than, your partner will begin to lose respect and attraction to you. Understand, they are choosing you. And if you are low-key disrespecting that choice and telling them that they have chosen better before and that they are making a mistake by choosing you, it won't be long before they begin to agree with you. So please stop stalking the pages and the people who evoke comparison and jealousy, and maybe think of it as an indicator. If you are comparing yourself to someone else's body, maybe you actually feel like you need to take your own fitness and health more seriously. Or if you are comparing yourself to someone else's money and lifestyle, maybe there's a part of you that wants to build more success. You need to reframe that for yourself. If you are comparing, criticizing, or complaining, I promise that you are not creating. If you do not deal with these triggers, they will poison your relationship. You will be insecure and overly sensitive and reactive. You will remain feeling like you are not enough. And when they do grow tired of supporting what you keep sabotaging and finally walk away, well, you'll only have yourself to blame because you fulfilled your own prophecy, and you will continue to deepen the confirmation of the internal belief that you are not good enough. If you enjoyed this video and found it valuable, hit that like button. Oh, and don't forget to follow. Or you can let the story end, wake up in your bed, and believe whatever you want to believe.